The second character I'd like to discuss for these unscripted analysis is Alise. Alise is one of the four major protagonists of Project Alise, and despite her name being in the title, she is not the first one that you see on screen in the beginning of the show. As stated in the last video, that goes to Yui. Alise is a robot who is created in order to protect humanity and in order to keep security within the streets. And at least that is her initial programming and incentive. As the series goes on, we learn that this is not exactly what she wants to do and not exactly who she is as a character. As a character, she's a very bubbly, lighthearted, a little defensive character that gets along with Yui and humans pretty well. However, with this, she is also very childish and she is also very unaware of what's happening around her, which is why she bounces off Yui so well and why I believe that she is such a good incentive for Yui to keep on going is because of their semi-similar personality traits. As the series goes on, she learns to more cope with herself and cope with the fact that she's not human, or at least to learn what it is to be a human. She learns the human experience, she learns what it is to connect with other people, and she learns ultimately what it means to live in this world and what it means to grow as a person. We see this as the series goes on, and we see this as time continues and as she grows more mature and as she grows as a more developed person rather than just being a machine throughout the entire series. She isn't very well aware of what she had gone through and what she has been through. Her background and her backstory are relatively unknown until very later on into the series, where she then develops a bigger sense of who she is, and her memories are once again shown directly to her. But for the most part, she is a blank slate character who is an out of ordinary character because of the fact that she is not created with she is created and not a person, or at least at the very beginning. The idea I'd like to initiate with her is the idea of humanity and how a machine can grow as a person and how the connections they can grow. She has the ability to feel human emotion. She has the ability to connect with people. She has the basic human abilities that any person would have. But because of the fact she's not human, or at least created in a lab, she is never going to be seen as a human. She's always going to be seen as a lesser than, and she's always going to be seen as something other than a person because of those basic traits. She learns to then connect with other people and learns to then connect with people around her, however. As the series goes on, we learn that she doesn't intentionally or want to necessarily hurt people. This is seen in chapter 1 when she refuses to kill and when she refuses to make any permanent damage to people and instead results to just essentially knocking them out in battle, essentially preventing them from hurting people, and as she believes that basically every person deserves a second chance and every person who is bad inevitably is because of the stuff they have been through themselves. She does not believe in killing people. She does not believe in hurting them unless it's for the sake of defending herself. And she does not believe in permanently screwing over someone else's life. Rather, she believes in the idea that people can be helped, people can be fixed, people can be repaired. This bounces off of what Yui believes in. Yui is inherently a much more cynical person than Alise, believing that people do deserve to die. People do deserve, inevitably, some people just are evil incarnate and do deserve what is coming to them. Alise tries her best to help people and she tries her best to see the good in people. However, this is also to her detriment of when people are going after her, she cannot find it in herself to essentially stop them or essentially tell them what is necessary to be told to them. With this, we see this through her bubbly personality. We see this through her innate ability to want to believe there's good in people and her innate ability to want to be able to help anyone that she possibly can. Because she is a machine, this is a very understandable thing. Her entire ideal and why she was created was in order to help people and in order to keep them safe. So her innate ability of wanting to help people not only physically, but emotionally as well, to ensure that they're that these people don't go back out into the streets and just start committing crimes all over again. What she deals out is proportionate to what she believes is needed to help the person, rather than what is needed to help her. She very rarely seeks herself as she very rarely seeks herself and wants to do something in order to self pleasure herself, but rather what is better for everyone else. She's created with a very utilitarianism view in mind, but grows out of that as she goes on and experiences more things, people, and realizes that there's more outliers than she may have inevitably been told in the beginning. Very few people, that not everyone is just within the populist view. Not everyone is within this narrow mind point of view that this is what's better for the grand scheme of things, rather than this is what's better for an individual. This is the views that she learns to take on, an individualistic point of view, that she believes that every single person is different, every single person deserves a second chance, and that every single person deserves a second chance. Every single person deserves that chance to go through and get a fair chance at life that they may not have been given in the past. I believe that is all I can say for Alise right now, but I believe she is a very bubbly character. She is a very character who can be molded and can be told, and is very immature. However, I do believe that as the series goes on, this is a personality trait that people may want to associate themselves with. We inevitably want to see the good in society. We inevitably want to see a good in other people, and with that, we oftentimes give the benefit of the doubt to people who do not deserve it. However, where that line drawn is up to you, and Alise is a character who inevitably believes that that line, where she cannot put that line herself. And this is her ultimate downfall, and this is the ultimate thing that prevents her from growing at a character at times, is the idea that she believes she is unable to draw that line between good and evil. However, it's who she is. Hopefully you enjoy this analysis. Hopefully you enjoy Alise as a character, or at least intrigued, and hopefully you enjoy Project Alise as a whole and are willing to stay on while it's being produced. Thank you for your time, and have a nice day.